Good to see you. Good to see you guys. All right, are we ready to start? We have the most important person here, so we're ready to start. Good afternoon. I'm Bluefield Mayor Ron Martin, and my fellow board members and I, all of who are here, are so excited to welcome you guys today for the groundbreaking for this awesome project. Our hope is that this project changes not only Bluefield, but the state of West Virginia and the world. You're going to hear from an awful lot of folks today that have done a lot of stuff to make this possible. But and I'm here to introduce the governor. But with the governor's indulgence, I want to brag a little bit about someone in Bluefield that made this project happen, and that's Jim Spencer. When we were elected to this board, we ran, Matt and I are the original two that are remainders from the prior board. When we ran primarily because the prior board had set some things up. There was some progress in the city, and we didn't want to see that dissipate. We wanted to see that go forward. One of those things that had happened is that the city had made an investment in economic development, and Jim Spencer primarily was that investment. Tommy will tell you it was when he was questioned about it, he told everybody it was an experiment and that it wasn't a whole lot of money to experiment with. And so when Matt and I first came on the board, of course, you're elected to the board, you have no idea what you're doing. They put you on this board, you've got responsibility for this multi-million-dollar budget, and all these people around you, and you have no idea what you're doing. But we had Jim, and so we quickly went to work, secured Jim for another 4 years, and I guess that's been 5 years ago now. But so Jim's working on all these projects and doing all these things and setting up entrepreneurial sessions with college kids and talking to state agencies, every state agency, every federal agency with a three-letter acronym other than the FBI and the CIA, I think. But so he was doing all these things, and we finally had a business that looked like it could be a game changer for Bluefield. We visited with the folks that were responsible for it. They were here primarily because of Jim's contacts from his former position in Tazewell County. And they left the building. We were showing them. They were like, "This is perfect. This is exactly where we want to be. We're in the middle of all these colleges. This building's perfect. We're in the perfect location." Well, long story short, we didn't get that project. So we all had our hopes up, and they were all dashed, and none more than Jim's. But so Matt and I, in our infinite wisdom, we sat Jim down because Jim continues working on all the little things he's doing and the small business Saturdays and all the grants that he's writing for this and that to pay for consultants to come in and help us set up beta. And I mean, this man is busy. He keeps himself busy, keeps himself going, keeps the city economic development going. But Matt and I, in our infinite wisdom, set him down. We say, "Jim, we don't want you to focus on this little stuff anymore. We want you to focus on the big stuff like we just missed." And he was like, "Well, with all due respect, this stuff leads to that." And fortunately, Jim was right, and Matt and I had enough sense to let him do what he does best. And so he continues with this stuff, and then the next thing we know, we're meeting with Intuit. And what we didn't know about that was all of the little things that Jim had been putting together along the way. Intuit had looked at those. They had gone through a search of the entire country, and they identified Bluefield as a place that they wanted to be. And that was primarily because of all of these little things that Jim had done. So, long story short, we landed into it. And as part of that, we had Michelle Christian, who's not here today, who's with Omnis, that met with Jim on multiple occasions. And they cultivated a great relationship. And so, when Michelle started working for Mr. Hodson, they she had the perfect location for this project, and that's led us to where we are today. Now, Jim will get up here and he'll say that this is a team sport, and it is, but it's awfully fulfilling to have somebody like Jim quarterback the efforts, and we appreciate you. And without further ado, I want to introduce the governor. I'm surprised he has time for us today. It seems like he's running all over the state making announcements like this. And as a West Virginian and a lifelong uh, resident here, many thanks for all the things that you've done for us and all the economic development and the things that you have made happen. So welcome the governor of West Virginia, the great state of West Virginia, Jim Justice.
And don't y'all sit, y'all got to sit back down because I'm not going to get up. And the reason I'm not going to get up is about 9 months ago, I developed this, I've got bad knees. I got hit too much playing ball and everything. I wasn't fast enough to get out of the way, and so I got hit all the time. And so I've got bad knees and all that. And from that, then you get a little chunkier and chunkier and everything, and that compounds the problem. And then I really hadn't had a hip issue until about 9 months ago. And then all of a sudden, boom, I've got that. I go get MRIs and everything. I said, you got to have a hip replacement. And then it got better. It got a little bit better. I had all these injections and everything, and it got a little better, and it was tolerable until, and I was telling, Brother Bill Cole this just a second ago, but I was at the Blue Bridge dedication in Kanawha County. And I have my little stool, and it's hard as a brickbat, and everything. But nevertheless, I had to move it about 5 different times because it was on uneven ground and everything. And so the net of the whole thing is then my hip has gone completely crazy, not kind of crazy, crazy. And so I ended up 2 or 3 days ago in an MRI, and just imagine me in the hole of an MRI. And it's not a good thought, nor is it a good experience, to tell you the truth. But nevertheless, what a day. And these great people, whether it be Jonathan or Simon or whomever it may be, these great people that are about to come to West Virginia and do something that's revolutionary beyond belief is really, really special. But before I get into all that, I want to just tell you just this. And I really mean it because you know me. I don't blow smoke at anybody. I just tell people exactly what I think, and I'll make mistakes, but I don't spend time trying to be a politician. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and this is the God's truth as best I could ever tell it. What you have accomplished in Bluefield is unbelievable. It's totally unbelievable. And you've worked it. You've worked it all the time. You've worked our office in every way, but if you'll just step back and just think of what's going on, it all started really and truly with things at the airport. And then all of a sudden, the next thing, this bridge to nowhere is turning into a reality, or even maybe the Grant Street Bridge is really happening. And then into it. And now on and on, it just goes on to the college. Just think what has happened to the college. Think about a nursing program. Think about all the different things that you've made happen. And now here we are with another incredible announcement in West Virginia. We got our Secretary of Economic Development with us today, and Mitch, and great representatives from Carol Miller's office and on and on. And please pass on if Carol's not feeling well and everything. We got to get her feeling well, that's for sure, because she's stuck on all the time. And but before I go in on and on and on, let me just say this to you. You know, Bill Cole and I ran against one another. And some way, somehow, I ended up on the top of that deal. Bill Cole has done so much for this community, it is unbelievable, and our state. And he's a really, really dear friend and a great, great man. And so, for all of you that have put in all the licks, and there's people here, there's delegates here, and there's people here, the mayor, and on and on and on that I ought to mention over and over and over, the great work Jim's done and everything. But with everything, I would just say just this. You cannot imagine how good you are in Bluefield. You can't imagine how good you are and what you have done. You talk about dealt a tough hand. I mean, in southern West Virginia, with a total collapse of the coal industry, railroad moving out, everything else under the sun, what kind of hand did you have to play? And what did you do? You've done what the greatest West Virginians of all time have done, and that's you've dug in. You've dug in and made incredible things happen. Today is an announcement beyond belief. Now, the only thing I would say, and I'm sure Jonathan's going to explain all this kind of stuff and everything, but this stuff, I've been told we're going to build homes now that are going to be affordable beyond belief. We can build that home in like 3 days or less, maybe even a day. I was told, of all these things, that it can make its own water, it can make its own electricity and everything. And I sat there and here's exactly what I said. I said, when are you going to tell me it can make its own food and feed us? And then I said other things that I'm not going to talk about here. But nevertheless, it is amazing to think that here we sit in Bluefield absolutely today with the sun shining. And really and truly, I am really, really proud of all the stuff that we've accomplished in West Virginia. But in this situation here, all I'm doing is standing behind and ruddering the boat a little bit. You deserve so much credit. You have done so good. And I am so proud of you because there's no way on earth that anybody's going to take away my roots in southern West Virginia. So I just love you and I congratulate you in every way. I'm supposed to pass, I guess, am I passing to Jonathan at this time? You ran off and left us, Mayor. Where'd you go? Well, I don't know that I'm the MC, but I'm not going to be the MC. Okay, there you go, sir. Take over.
Thank you, Governor. We're so grateful to be here with everyone here today. We're grateful for you, Governor Justice, for making the appearance here and supporting us as we've gone through this endeavor to come to West Virginia. There's been so many people involved in this project. I'd like to take just a moment and say thank you. Thank you on behalf of Omnis Building Technologies. We would like to thank Governor Justice, his continued effort to make West Virginia business friendly, and his support of the Omnis team. It has helped us make a very easy transition to this mountain state. Thank you, Secretary Carmichael, Mike Graney, Todd Hooker, and the entire Department of Economic Development. It was about a year ago now when we first met, and they've been nonstop in their efforts to help move this project along. I remember many times when we ran up against obstacles that we would reach out to these fine folks, usually after hours and regularly on weekends, and unlike many other states, they would respond almost immediately, finding solutions and presenting options that would work regardless of the challenges. We'd also like to thank Jim Spencer and Beta. It is because of their hard work and vision for Bluefield, along with his ability to capitalize and portray to us the benefits of what Bluefield has to offer, that we have the opportunity that we're here today. We'd like to thank Michelle Christian, who's unable to attend here today, but we know she's watching somewhere. She's always there with us, and she's helped us every step along the way since she's joined our Omnis team. We're very grateful for everything that she's done and we know that she's going to continue to work with us for a very, very long time. As referenced earlier, Michelle and Jim have had a long working relationship long before she came to join the Omnis team. And when she joined our team and we explained to her what exactly it was that we were trying to do, like Governor Justice said, building homes that are self-sustainable, that are able to produce water, produce electricity, and you can build in 1 to 2 days and are better quality than anybody else's houses anywhere in the market. She immediately said, "You need to take this project to West Virginia." She goes, "This is the place to launch this technology." She worked very closely with Jim to introduce us down to Bluefield, to introduce us to the opportunities down here, and to show us exactly what southern West Virginia had to offer, what they're all about, the wonderful people here, and the ability to make a difference. We'd like to thank our local partners, the Bluefield Investment Group. They have been our guiding light down here. They've walked us through every step of the way as we've gotten more recognition in the state, and for the ability for us to feel welcome and part of a community and part of the family here in Bluefield. So Lee Smith, Jack Freddie King, Bill Cole, Charlie Cole, we really appreciate all of your help for everything you've done in bringing us into the southern part of the state of West Virginia. I'd like to thank my family for their enormous support and patience over the years as we've been focused, and most of our time has been dedicated to this project and to developing this technology. I'd like to thank my grandfather and my father. Because of them, we have been in the concrete technology industry for 3 generations. We have been involved in industry-changing concepts starting as early as the ready-mix concrete and later evolving to develop ultra-high-performance concrete technology that was used in the Freedom Tower and has become a standard for high-rise construction. As great as these innovations are and have been for society, we have always known that the world really needs is the highest quality residential housing. Since its inception, Omnis Building Technologies emerged from an idea that the home is the backbone of society. It has been our belief that everyone should have the opportunity to own their own home. As we set this as the goal in our organization, the concept of a composite insulated building unit, a CIBU, was created. From the concept, a transformative process began about 10 years ago in Santa Barbara, California. The concept was simple: build a house using the highest quality materials in a way that was low cost, simple to construct, and could be completed in as little as 1 or 2 days. Home construction as we knew it was about to change. As we break ground on this facility, it fills us with hope. Hope that every year after the commissioning of this facility, that 3,000 families could have a beautiful home, that they will have the comfort knowing that their home is of the highest quality, is sustainable, and will be able to last the test of time. It is our hope that these homes will be able to change these families' lives for the better each year and for years to come. In front of me, we have a sample of what these houses will be like. We build these out of a composite that has multi-layers for structural integrity, for high insulation, fast installation, and are of the same material concepts as we used when we built the Freedom Tower. They're built to last, and we expect great things out of these products in the future as we develop more and more technology. We'll work on food production, Governor. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. I have all the faith in the world. Finally, we'd like to thank the 200 or more families of the employees of our new facility. We look forward to meeting you and getting to know your families and bringing them into our family and help us grow the Bluefield area. I know we haven't met yet, but you will be the heartbeat of our organization. It will be because of you that we will be successful in supplying 3,000 families a year with new homes. We're excited for what the future brings, for the possibility of hope and the message of high quality, sustainable living that will be able to introduce us from right here in Bluefield, West Virginia.
Oh gosh,
couldn't see. Well, thank you. My name is Mitch Carmichael, Secretary of Economic Development in West Virginia, and I want to first thank the governor for your wonderful comments and for your stewardship and leadership to enable this wonderful facility to locate here in Bluefield, West Virginia. And I want to thank the Hodson family for your investment, your confidence, and your commitment to the state of West Virginia to make this investment and this opportunity possible in this beautiful area of our state. You know, it's springtime in West Virginia. The tulips are blooming, the trees will shortly be blooming, and backhoes and bulldozers are blooming also, because we're building in this area a new flowering opportunity, a manufacturing facility that will provide homes to people that can, affordable homes, sustainable homes to people that need this investment in our state. You know, the Federal Home Loan Bank Board estimates that in America, 4 million new homes are needed to meet the current demand. And can you just imagine that there would be a company that could build low-cost, sustainable, environmentally friendly homes in 1 or 2 days and deliver over 3,000 of those per year? That would take a revolution. And we are here today to witness that revolution in technology, and it's brought to us by Omnis Building Technologies. This is a moment that I think will mark going forward as a time in our state when the people that build these facilities, the workers in this plant, are building homes and providing opportunities for people that would not otherwise have it. It's an inspiring work, and the opportunity to provide those homes really does touch the hearts, and I think there's no better place to put that than in the state of West Virginia. So it's with great gratitude that we welcome you to our state. We will roll out the red carpet, won't we, Governor, to make this the best, most sustainable, long-term investment that you have anywhere in the world. So again, we thank you from the Department of Economic Development. And at this moment, I'd like to invite to the podium Darian David to speak on behalf of Carol Mill. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me today. The Congresswoman unfortunately could not be here, as the governor said she's not feeling very well, but sent me with the following greeting. I was honored by your invitation to participate in the opening of Omnis Building Technologies here in Bluefield. I'm disappointed I cannot be with you here in person, but send my best wishes for a successful groundbreaking. After meeting with the Omnis team in 2020, my staff and I have worked closely with Governor Justice and local partners to bring this wonderful company to our great state. Today, we celebrate the groundbreaking of a $40 million, 150,000 square foot facility that will bring hundreds of good-paying jobs to our area. I would like to thank Michelle, Simon, and the entire team at Omnis for investing in our great state. Thank you to Governor Justice, Secretary Carmichael, and many others who have worked tirelessly to make today a reality. I would also like to thank my friend, Jim Spencer, Bluefield's Community and Economic Development Director, for all of his hard work and dedication to this project. This is truly an amazing accomplishment that will benefit this region for many years to come. As the representative for West Virginia's 3rd Congressional District, please know I will continue to work with state, local, and federal leaders to bring more investment, jobs, and opportunities such as this to Southern West Virginia. We are open for business. Carol D. Miller, Member of Congress. Thank you.
I am not Senator Manchin, and since Mitch Carmichael, Secretary Carmichael, ranks higher than me, he was supposed to read this, but he deferred it to me. On behalf of the citizens of the Mountain State, as your United States Senator, it is my distinct honor to join you in celebrating the groundbreaking of Omnis Building Technologies' new manufacturing facility in beautiful Bluefield, West Virginia. Our business owners and community leaders are the ones on the front lines of strengthening our economy, and by continuing to work together, we can find the common ground between business, community, and government to bring success to our home state. The building of this facility represents progress, and it is a perfect example of how our state has the potential to meet ever-changing standards and housing solutions. With a focus on both energy and quality, Omnis Building Technologies is revolutionizing the industry of residential construction. By breaking the mold of traditional engineering, manufacturing, and distribution, the company is meeting and exceeding the growing demand for affordable housing in a practical and sustainable way. In addition to the good-paying jobs and $40 million investment in Omnis that Omnis brings with them, the presence of this company in Bluefield will make accessible and affordable home ownership possible for those in our home state and beyond. I am honored to join you in celebrating this special occasion. I sincerely appreciate Governor Justice, his administration, Simon and Jonathan Hodson of Omnis Building Technologies, the Bluefield West Virginia Economic Development Authority, and all the local officials and the community leaders involved in making this project a reality. Thank you for your tireless commitment to strengthening our economy, hosting today's groundbreaking, and inviting the public to celebrate the development of this extraordinary facility. Please accept my wishes and keep up the terrific work. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great state of West Virginia. Senator Manchin.
My name's Todd Gunter. I'm a field representative for United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito. Governor, it's an honor to be here with you today, but could it be that I'm the first person to go to this podium and mention baby dog? Is it possible, Governor? I have greetings from United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito that I'm happy to deliver now. Thank you to the city of Bluefield for inviting me to attend the groundbreaking ceremony for Omnis Building Technologies. Although I'm unable to be with you in person, please know that I'm thrilled that Omnis chose Bluefield as the site for its newest manufacturing facility. As your United States Senator, I consider economic development to be one of my top priorities, which is why I was proud to support a United States Economic Development Administration grant for $1 million to help the Bluefield EDA develop the Exit 1 site and the Exit 1 site and land a major investment from Omnis Building Technologies. I should have kept my sunglasses on. I am also happy to report that through the congressionally directed spending process, I was able to secure a $3 million earmark for the Mercer County EDA's natural gas extension on John Nash Boulevard. This line will not only benefit Omnis, but it will extend gas service to the Cumberland Industrial Park, spurring further business development opportunities for new and existing businesses. I would like to congratulate Omnis Building Technologies for choosing to invest in Bluefield, West Virginia. I know there are many factors that go into selecting a site, but I am sure among those considered by Omnis were the hard work and dedication of West Virginians. On that note, I would like to thank everyone who played a role in this project, including Governor Jim Justice, the West Virginia Department of Economic Development, US EDA, Mercer County Commission, Mercer County EDA, City of Bluefield, and last but not least, the Bluefield EDA, and especially its director, Jim Spencer, who has worked tirelessly for years to make this project a reality. It is an honor to congratulate everyone on your hard work. You make me proud to serve the great state of West Virginia and the United States Senate. Sincerely, Shelley Moore Capito. Thank you all so much. Congratulations.
I'm Jim Spencer, and I appreciate the kind words that have been spoken. I love Bluefield, and I love what I do, and I'm thankful that Tom and some of the others asked me to come and to create an economic development department. And it is a team sport, Mayor. It is all the way. And so there's a lot of people here that need to be thanked. There's a couple that I'd like to tell you that you may not know about. Our engineer is RK&K. They've got an office in Charleston, I think Kaiser, Roanoke. Where you at, Jason? Jason's the engineer that's doing the design work. Ampco's our contractor. Where is Les? Is he around? I guess he's got his folks up here working, but they are the contractor. Some of the history of the project was mentioned. Michelle Christian and I do go way back when she was with the SBA. And when we started looking at this project many years ago, and we applied for the US EDA funding that Todd mentioned, it had to be matched dollar for dollar. And we're blessed that we've got the Schott Foundation, and some of their folks is here today, and they stepped up with a $750,000 grant. Then also the SKUs Foundation put in $200,000 towards the site prep that you see. And so there's a lot of other folks that's been directly involved in this. And when we started the planning for the project, some said if we get a hotel and a gas station, we set the bar here, we'll have success. But there were several of us that said, no, let's don't just set the bar here. Let's do something that's going to impact the young people of our generation and our kids for the future with high-paying jobs and do something that is sustainable. And thank goodness that's where we're at today. And Michelle reaching out in November of 2020, and she said, look, I'm working with a company that is interested in locating potentially in West Virginia. And she said, would you be interested in hosting them? And I started to joke with her a little bit, but I didn't. I said, we'd love to. So December the 9th was the first time that Omnis came to Bluefield. Darian was sitting in his parking lot. We gave him a little tour and showed him around. And there was a group of folks, even with COVID, we did the social distancing and things like that, but we started. And from that time, 14 months forward, there's been some obstacles. If you look behind me, this is not the biggest site. This is not 40 acres. So there had to be some design work and some modifications. And thank you, Simon and Jonathan and Michael, that you didn't give up. There were some times that you could have easily said, it's not going to work, we'll move on. Matter of fact, I joked with Michelle about that on a couple occasions, but thank you for that. We'll never forget that. But when you think about what's going on with the innovation and all that's been mentioned, this is happening in Bluefield. We're not reading about this in some other locality in Charlotte or Atlanta. This is Bluefield, just like Secretary Carmichael said. Without the Governor Justice and his team, Secretary Carmichael, Todd Hooker, Mike Graney, and Marky Schindler. Marky, where are you at? Back here in the corner. She's been my point of contact with the Secretary's office, and we've talked probably at least 2 or 3 times a week, and Michelle. And it's been a great team effort. And without the state's help, this would not have happened. This is not about me. This is about us together, doing something together. You've got the city board. City board, raise your hand. That's a great group of individuals. And you got staff, the new city manager, Cecil Marson, Kerry Stauffer, the back engineer, Anthony Heltzel, Danny Dillo, and others that are here. The staff, raise your hand. Great folks. The BETA board, raise your hand. Bluefield West Virginia Economic Development Authority. Pretty good sized group there. I think all total is 13. And then also some young people that helped me make me look good. Savannah Carabin is our operations manager for BETA. Faith Blackwell, I think she's over here with a camera. She helps with marketing administrative. And we have a German intern, Alex Kaiser, who's been with us now for a couple of weeks. We're going to be looking for new opportunities, Secretary, using his connection in Germany. We're not done. We're not a one-trick pony, and we're not going to stop here. One thing I did want to say before we talk about the photos, I do appreciate the kind words that was said today. And I'm a person of faith. And that faith has been tested here recently, as a lot of you know. But I tell you what, one of the things, Tom Cole, when you all hired me, I started praying. And I said, Lord, this area needs jobs. We need something different. We need a new economy. And so I can't stand here today without saying thank you to the good Lord for what he's blessed us with. And we'll continue for that. And I thank you for you all praying for us through what we've been through here recently. But it's a good day for Bluefield. That's the end of the program. I think that my understanding from the direction from Jordan and some of the folks, we're going to have 2 different photo ops. They want the speakers and the Omnis family over here. We've got gold shovels that we'll give out. And then also there'll be another picture with the city board, BETA board, some of the other folks elected, and we'll just get around here best we can. We're not going to go up on site with the governor's issue with his hip. We want to make it a little bit easier, so we're going to go right here. So if you don't mind, there'll be 2 pictures, and then I think Maria's got some refreshments back here. And thank you for coming. And it's been a great day for Bluefield. Still is. You have a union card?
Press them down a little bit.
Hey, we'll catch up soon.
Okay, see you.
Bring it in next week.
It's Daddy and now.
Somebody help me. We'll hold it together.
What's up, boss? Doing all right? Good to see you. Good.
I guess this is.
You don't mind looking baked and black.
I'm good to go.